health is not a thing or doesn't really exist. I think that's what kind of my experience with silence in the mental health space was, and kind of just not knowing what, depression was or anxiety was. Yeah, I think as I got older and experienced a little bit more, trauma and finally sought out the help that I needed, that's kind of when I kind of started to learn more about mental health and how to speak up and how to talk about mental health. It's a very lonely process of not knowing who you can talk to about the things that you're going through because you feel really weird. You don't know what you're experiencing, and also not wanting to bring others down with you. And coming into face-to-face with trauma and actually being able to get help. That's when I was officially diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I guess how I deal with that now is speaking out about it and speaking to my people about it. I have my routines set. Routines are really important for me within my anxiety and depression, and just picking up on those behaviors that I know where I'm at in my mental health space. And I also just have a therapist. And I think if I had known more about mental health, and if I had known the feelings that I was feeling and what that was, I would have sought help earlier. And
would you say that in general, whether it be now or back then, that it's hard for you to reach out and ask for help in those moments that you are feeling anxious or depressed?
For sure. I think in general, yes. I never want to overstep boundaries with anyone, and especially the people that I love, but also knowing it's a fine line of knowing when I have to reach out and let people know that I'm going through it.
So why do you think it's hard for people in general to reach out when they need help?
I think it's hard because it can be isolating. If people don't know what you're talking about or haven't gone through it themselves, I think it could be scary to be that introduction to that world of whatever it is that you're going through. So I think that's a huge thing. And I think for me, unlike my family, for example, it was a stigma where mental health just isn't a thing and it didn't exist because they were dealing with so many other stressors and trauma. And living in survival mode, you don't really, mental health seems like a stupid thing to bring up in those situations. So I think it's a mixture of a whole lot of things, right? And it's also super personal to every person that deals with mental health. The reason why you might not reach out to somebody is going to be different than my reason. But I think it's important to know that you can reach out and that there are people out there that, yes, you might get some weird responses back maybe, but you might also get some really dope people that know what you're going through or have experienced the same thing or are experiencing the same thing. I definitely think it helps. It creates a sense of community and a sense of connectedness and togetherness. I think a huge reason why it's hard for people to reach out to people today is because we're so siloed off and so into this idea of individualism, and we've lost touch of community. Having a community behind you and a support system, it's kind of how you're supposed to be living, right? You're supposed to have a village behind you, and you're supposed to have people that you can reach out to for whatever. We kind of lost track of that with today's society and how things run today. It's stuff getting involved. It's stuff having conversations that may seem meaningless at the moment. Taking a step back from the grind or the hustle and this idea that we have to be, everything that you do has to make money for whatever reason. You can hit up the homies and just chill. You have to actively be trying to build community in order to have that sense of support, I think. Yeah, I think actually caring about stuff and not being too cool. Just not having a negative attitude toward people that are doing things and being curious. That's usually how I get into most of my stuff. I'm just curious and I have questions and I want to talk to people. It's nice to know that people care about you. It's nice to know that you're on someone's mind. And I think it's just nice to know that you have a support behind you, no matter what. I think it's really dope when people just randomly hit you up just to check up on you.
Do you personally think you could be better at reaching out?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I am probably terrible at this because I do get caught up in life and busyness. And so yeah, I could absolutely be better about it.
Is there somebody that you've like been meaning to reach out to, and life happens, and you're like, I still need to like call this person or whatever.
Yeah. You're like exposing me out here, like absolutely.
Do you have like one name that pops out of that?
You're gonna make me like call out a name? Oh my god.
No, you don't have to say it if you don't.
Yes, I have a wonderful friend, Jordan, who actually helped me get through my shit when I was going through it. She was my saving grace. And
Would you be down to call it right now?
are you serious? You did not tell me that this was a part of it. Hell yeah, actually, this is a great opportunity. I'll call my mom after this, if not. I need to call my mom. Yeah, she wouldn't answer.
Hi, this is Jordan. Sorry I missed your call. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Hi, I just wanted to call you because I haven't called you in a long time and I miss you and we really need to catch up. But yeah, call me when you can. Love you.
Awesome. You want to call your mom too?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But that was gonna be in Spanish, so.
Hey, it's all good.
She's not gonna answer me either. I'm gonna fight her. Wow. I'm not gonna leave her a voicemail because she's not even
It's
gonna
all
open
good.
it.
Well, I appreciate you
Wow.
doing that.
That's
and,
crazy. You're just putting people on the spot today.
I mean, it's important.
Oh, she's coming back.
Okay.
Hey, Momsy.
Hola, amiga.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, aquí estamos con el aire.
Sí, está bien feo.
Ay, ya sé. A comer.
¿Qué hiciste de comer?
No, nada, nomás que aquí nomás grito así lo de.
Oh. ¿Ahí los tienes a los dos o nomás a uno?
Nomás Pachi, ahorita se vaya para poder llegar.
Oh, hi, baby. How are you? Baby. Hi, baby. What? ¿Te vas a bañar?
Ropa para bañar. Dice, ¿cómo anda, mija?
Muy bien. Aquí ando trabajando.
Ah, no se siente mucho el aire de arriba.
No, sí está muy feo. Y es que fui a trabajar así como la última vez a otras oficinas. Pero sí está muy feo el aire para trabajar. ¿Qué pasó, baby? He hung up on me. She's gonna hate me at her girls public.
That's amazing.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, how'd that feel?
It felt great. I need to call my mom more often.
I love that.
Yeah. Something that always made my mental health better when I was having rough times is realizing the fact that you're also a product of your environment, and a lot of the times your environment is just super hard and not what it was meant to be. Like, you were not put on this earth to work 40 plus hours a week and that's it. You hold much more value than what society deems valuable, and that looks different for everyone. So have a little bit of grace for yourself and have a lot of grace for your friends, and call your mom.